Hi everybody, welcome back to the Seesaw. If you're new here, my name is Karen. We are a family of 3 and our videos feature grocery hauls, meals of the week, recipes, days out, day in the life, that sort of things, and product reviews, some other sorts of shopping hauls when we actually go shopping, which we really haven't done much in the last year. So if that's the sort of thing that you enjoy and you've only just found us, then please consider subscribing and coming back and checking out our channel when you're next online. So today I went to Tesco's. I know I did a Tesco click and collect last week and Tesco's the week before, and I was complaining about how expensive it was. Today I felt like it was a bit more aligned with what I had been used to before Christmas with Tesco. So today would have been the last Saturday to use our second 10% off big shop that we get with our Club Card Plus subscription. So I wanted to go back to make sure I get that. So every month I make sure I use both of those. Otherwise the subscription's not worth it for us. But if I can use those two, then I at least cover the cost of the subscription with the savings. So we renew around the 19th of the month. So by next week it would have expired and the new ones would be on there. So as I was going around, now Caleb came with me. Interestingly, it was the first time he's been shopping with me since last spring. So when we went into the first lockdown. So he used to occasionally come. If you're a long time viewer, you will know that at times I was like, Caleb was with me today and the cost was a little bit more. But this is the first time. He was desperate to go back to the grocery store. He had some of his own money in his wallet and he bought himself some cars. He's a big collector of like Hot Wheels cars and little die-cast cars. He always has been since he was very small. He's got a huge collection. But there was a new Hot Wheels set of cars the ones that he didn't have. And he bought himself that, and then he bought himself a 6-pack of little old-fashioned bottles of Coke. It was quite cute, actually. He went through the checkout himself with his 2 things and paid for his things with his own money. And I told him he could come as long as he wasn't throwing loads of stuff in the trolley. So he was actually a big help. He helped me either pushing the trolley or scanning with Scan and Shop the items. But as we came out of the store, the heavens opened and it was pouring with rain. And my receipt was on the top and it just got really wet and I can't really read much of it anymore. So I won't show you the receipt, but the total of everything I bought was £119.52. I then had £23.86 in club card savings and I had a coupon for £5 off of a big shop or £5 off of a £40 shop. So between those two things, I had £23.86 in savings. And then with my 10% off a big shop, I had another £10.50 in savings. So it took it from £119 down to £85.16 was the amount that I paid at the checkout. So quite happy with that. I didn't get a lot of meat, but I got big pieces of meat. So not particularly expensive. I looked for the best deal on everything I could. But quite a few fruits, a few bits and pieces of vegetables and some snacks because Caleb was with me after all. So I felt like I got a reasonable amount for that money and it was under £90 that I paid. So quite happy with that compared to recent weeks. So let me turn you around, let me show you what I got, and then at the end, as always, I'll show you our meal plan for the week ahead. So that is our sweep of everything that we got. It does go all the way around. Non-food items, my TV magazine, you'll be pleased to know. The CareX Advanced Care, these were £1 each this week in their kind of club card pricing. So I got one of the macadamia oil and the shea butter. We've just taken the last soap out of the store cupboard to put in one of the bathrooms. So needed to stock up a little bit. This is what we still use for Caleb on his hair. Now, I know there are quite a lot of good shampoos for Afro-Caribbean hair. And I need to transition him to one of those sorts of shampoos eventually. But for now, this keeps his hair reasonably soft. We do use a conditioner on his hair once a week, like a leave-in conditioner, and that keeps it soft. But this works for now because he can wash it himself. I don't have to worry about it getting in his eyes or anything. And his hair, although it is proper afro texture, it is tight little wound curls. It strangely is quite a fine texture within that. I can't really describe it. It's unusual, the texture of his hair compared to normal Afro-Caribbean. And that's obviously the influence of mine, which is fine, wispy, curly hair. I think that's the influence that makes his hair texture a little bit different. But this seems to work. So we've stocked up on a bottle. It was on club card pricing for £2 for a large bottle. And then I think over the summer, I'll look at transitioning him to some more grown-up shampoo, but look for something that's specifically designed for his hair type. Cereal, he picked out these Golden Nuggets. They were a big, huge pack for £2. He says he likes those. I don't know that he's ever had them here, although he might have had them somewhere else. So got him those. Some fruit splashes, just 4 of those. He got the 6 little bottles of Coke that he's going to have. And then my favourite squash, the Vimto raspberry, orange and passion fruit, which tastes like sherbet sweets. That was on club card pricing at £1. So whenever it is, I buy a bottle and I always have one on hand that way. Bread, we got quite a lot of bread this week, having not got very much at all last week. I got some brioche hot dog rolls. I got some of the Weight Watchers wraps, which I like to use sometimes as something different for my lunch as a wrap, but I also like to use them to make little pizzas and things like that with a bit of tomato puree, some herbs, some cheese and some vegetables or something on them. So homemade little pizzas and things like that as well. I got a dozen eggs, some Warburton's Thins, the brown thins, some half and half burger buns, both together bread, which is the Tesco version of half and half, and some fruity tea cakes because I just fancied some of these. I'll tell you what I like to do with these is to just chop them up into 4 or 6 pieces, soak them in an egg wash and then cook them in the Actifryer just for about 5 minutes, and it's like French toast but made with tea cakes. And then dip them in a little either granulated sweetener or granulated sugar, or dust them with a little bit of icing sugar when they come out. They are absolutely delicious. Bagels, this is the first time I've seen the 4 cheese ones at our stores. I've heard a lot of people rave about these. I do like a bagel now and again. I'm sure that with the 4 cheese on, the calories on these will be insane. Can't actually see where they... Oh, it's on the bottom, of course. Oh, actually, it's not bad. 240 calories for a bagel with all that cheese on. That's not bad, actually. I do sometimes like those for a breakfast or for a lunch with some salad and meat in. Tell you what else I like to do with these. Put ham and cheese in them. Cut them in half across so they make little half moons. Put them in a loaf pan, kind of half moon shape down, 4 of them. So 2 bagels put in like that. Pour over some beaten egg, let that soak in, and then bake it with some cheese sprinkled over the top. Again, it's a kind of a bagel, French toasty, breakfast bake thing. Might do that for a change. I haven't had that in a long time. Caleb picked out the hula hoop puffs, the beef ones, for his crisps. He also got some more of the brioche with the chocolate filling. Those were, the pitch stuff was all £1. As was the proper corn. I got the sweet, as I quite like those. Some Moam stripes. Caleb hasn't had those for ages, and that's what he picked for his sweets for this week. He also asked if he could get some donuts, so we've got 4 just jam-filled donuts. I think they were 80p or something. They're from the Tesco bakery. He usually gets the ring ones with the sprinkles on, but he just fancied these. He also asked to have these for his kind of lunchbox sweet treat. He often has the Mr. Kipling little slices, but he just spotted these. These were on special offer. These were club card pricing again. So he's got those. I think Tony bought a box of these home in the week and he had one of those and decided he quite likes them. Just a little bottle of dried chives. We're back on Oreos. Oreos are 50p at the moment in Tesco's. Caleb spotted them and said he likes the double cream or double stuff as they're called in the US ones. He'd had a break from Oreos, but he was ready to go back to them, I think. Likewise, he used to eat these a lot when he was much younger, so probably between the ages of like 5 and 7 or 8, and then he hasn't had them for ages, but they're a great little snack for taking to school. And so he picked these out for his school snack again. They were club card pricing. So all the things he liked that he picked out had club card pricing on, so I wasn't particularly bothered about getting them. 2 cans of beans, some sage and onion stuffing mix, a little can of beef ravioli, some strawberry jam, a mug shot, some garlic and herb sauce. They didn't have the generic one, so I just got a small one of the Hellmann's, barbecue sauce, and our monthly top-up of ketchup. Now, Caleb has, he himself picked out the no added sugar and salt one when he went to get some at the village shop once when we ran right out, and he's continued to have that. So that doesn't seem to affect the taste for him. He just doesn't like the non-branded ketchup. So that's everything from the pantry. Onto the fridge, we've got orange juice and semi-skimmed milk. I've got a banana and custard flavour yoghurt. I still have a couple of yoghurts in the fridge. 2 of the strawberry shortcakes, which are Caleb's favourites. They've got a really good date on them, 9th of June. That's my mum's birthday. She'll be 86. Low-fat cream cheese and a coleslaw. Caleb picked out these. He's had these hot pepper armies a few times recently and enjoyed them. And he said he likes jerky, although I don't know when he's had it, but he said he likes it. So he's picked out that to have as a kind of savoury snack this week. He's also got some Dunkers, the nacho ones with the kind of Dorito chips. Some sliced cheddar, some grated grana padano. Some meat-wise, we've got spicy chorizo slices, chicken slices and ham slices. So chicken and chorizo in one of those Weight Watchers wraps with a little bit of cheese and just toasted it is delicious. I've got some mango and passion smoothie. That's what he picked out for smoothies this week. Some garlic ciabatta slices, grated cheddar and grated red Leicester. Then for the freezer, we've got some mixed vegetables. The cornettos were back on club card, £1.50, pricing for 6, so we got those. Short crust chicken pies, 4 pies, they were club card pricing £2. The crispy skin on fries, which I've heard a lot of people rave about, so I thought we'd try those. I think they were £2. They were club card pricing anyway. Well, they were reduced. And then, as were the naked oven chips, which I've also heard people rave about. And this is the big bag of those. So 1.7 kilos. So that will do us a few meals. And they were also club card pricing, although I can't remember what they were. Meat, I've got a whole large chicken. I've got a shoulder of pork. I have an unsmoked gammon. This was the only unsmoked one. Everything else was smoked, and it's like the end piece, so it's kind of rounded on the end. But I'm okay with that. We'll pull it apart when we eat it anyway. So those work perfectly for us. We quite like these kind of just cheap unsmoked gammon. They do actually have quite a lot of flavour. Some pigs in blankets, some Cumberland sausages, and some chipolatas. On to fruit and veg, all-rounder potatoes, 2 giant heads of broccoli. So these were 49p, I think, and it's like a huge piece of broccoli. Compared to recently when we bought them, they've had to put 2 pieces in to make up to the weight. A cucumber, some baby corn, red onions, carrots, a cabbage. Now, little gem lettuce, which is for Licky, but this was the only sort of whole lettuce that they had in the whole store. They had no romaine, no round lettuce, no sweet gem, which is slightly bigger, not even any iceberg lettuce. So I also bought a pack of just chopped romaine, just to have something for me to throw in with a bit of salad. Some baby button mushrooms. I've got another one of the Caesar salad kits, which we really love at the moment. I've got a meal that I want a salad with this week, and that will be perfect for that. Licky has mint, basil and parsley, which Tony picked up the other day. He doesn't have any dill, so I've got him some of that. Broccoli, tender stem broccoli, a honeydew melon, which Caleb, myself and Licky have all been enjoying the last few weeks, so another one of those. Some small apples, 2 of the just cheap strawberries. They actually looked okay. I'm going to use them fairly quickly. Some raspberries, some blueberries, some pears, and some sweet easy peelers. So that was everything I picked up. Looking at our meal plan for the week, so I've stuck with the Sunday through to Saturday plan. It always just gives me that cushion at the end of the week if I need it. So tonight we've got pizza, which is left over from last week's plan. And then tomorrow we'll have roast gammon. I might roast it in the oven, I might pop it in the crock pot, I haven't decided yet. Monday I want a quick and easy dinner, so we're having sausage, chips and baked beans. So nursery food, comfort food, pub food, whatever you want to call it. It'll be a simple supper on Monday. Tuesday we're going to have roast chicken. I'm going to put the chicken in the crock pot or to cook all day, and then when I get home we'll make the pigs in blankets, some roast potatoes, some vegetables and the stuffing, and have that with it. Wednesday the crock pot will be out again for pulled pork, which we'll have with chips, coleslaw and salad, and we'll have it with the buns, with the 50-50 buns. It's football practice on Wednesday night, so that's a good thing that I can just have in the crock pot ready, so that when the boys get back from football practice, if Caleb's hungry, he can have one. and it'll all be ready for Tony. Then on Thursday, I'm going to make cheesy pesto pasta, which we'll have with garlic bread and broccoli, and that has chicken in it as well. And then on Friday, we're going to have sausage sandwiches, so sort of hot dog version of a hot dog with some chips. Haven't quite decided what else we'll have with it yet. We'll see how the day goes. Probably some onions along the tops. But I'm going to use the chipolatas, and then I've got in the freezer some flavoured sausage, which I'll cook as well for that. So we'll have those with the brioche rolls as a Friday night treat. And then next Saturday night, we'll have the chicken pies with mashed potatoes and vegetables. So that is our plan for the week ahead. Thank you for joining us for this grocery haul, and we look forward to seeing you back here on the Seesaw soon.